All right. Ed, good morning. Welcome. Jim, good to see you. Michael, thank you for joining me. Natalie, thanks for being here. Janice, good to see you, Janice. Pamela, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Tim, great to have you here in class this morning. Pamela, thank you for the thumbs up. It's time. We are going to get started. Good morning, everybody. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to the continuous Sales Improvement Daily Podcast, and I'm thrilled to be with you here this morning on this beautiful Friday morning. And I want to encourage you to take today through the finish line, whatever that finish line is for you. My finish line is today at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to give great effort, 7+ effort. That means I'm going to play at a 7, 8, 9, or a 10 throughout my day today until 5 o'clock. If you're right-handed, take your right hand. If you're left-handed, take your left hand. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, great job for being here this morning. Type into the chat, today is a great day. Today is a great day. And I want to start off our call and talk to you about the concept of being stuck. Sometimes that's just where we're at. You know, I'm stuck with my prospecting. I'm stuck with my business. I'm stuck in my fitness. And sometimes that's just how we are experiencing our reality. And I want to tell you a couple of stories of some coaching client calls I've had recently with one client, and she has a business, and then she's in the process of starting her own coaching business. And that's what she's passionate about. So she's got this one business and that pays her bills. And then she's got this coaching business that she wants to build. And the problem is, and some of you can relate with this, if you have more than one business, or if you have a job, full-time job, and a business, okay? And if you're not stuck in this way, just think about it in your life at all. If you're stuck at all in any area of your life, maybe you're stuck with technology. You know, you're wanting to get on social media, but you don't know what to do, and you're like, I feel stuck. Or maybe it's your email marketing. You're like, hey, I want to do email marketing, but I'm stuck. I don't know which software to use. Or maybe it's with your fitness and you're like, I'm just not sure what to do with my fitness. And so you're not doing anything. So this woman, she has a full-time business, and then she wants to start a coaching business. And it's like, Eric, I'm stuck. I don't have the time. I'm putting all my energy into my one business, and I just don't have anything left in the tank for the coaching business. And so this is the challenge that I was presented with. Eric, help me. What should I do? And I said, well, what we want to do is we want to make it real small, easy to implement action steps. And this is going to be true in both the stories I'm going to tell you this morning. So here's what I said to her. I said, your job is to get one client. That's it. Now, obviously, one client's not going to let her stop the business that she's in. But if you can, listen to me, if you can get one, you can get two. And if you can get two, you can get five. And if you can get five, you can get 100. So let's say you haven't closed your first sale. If you can close one sale, then you can close 100. If you can get one referral, you can get 100. If you can get to the gym one time, you can get to the gym 100 times. So in her brain, it's like this overwhelming thing. If I got to build this big business, I got to build this coaching business on one hand, and then on the other hand, I'm so busy and I'm exhausted. I said, we don't have to build a big coaching business. All you have to do is just get one client. And I said, in order to get one client, all you need to do is reach out to 1 to 5 people a day with a direct message over Facebook or a text or an email or a phone call, or when you're out and about in the world, you can just talk to people and offer them whatever your next step is. In her case, it would be a free one-on-one coaching session. So I said to her, look, we want one client, and all you have to do is 1 to 5 reach outs a day, 5 days a week. And if you don't do it every day, then you don't do it every day. And to do a reach out, it only takes 2 minutes. So if you're doing 1 to 5 reach outs in a day, that's 2 to 10 minutes a day. And so I was walking her through this. So we get on the call this week, and she had major progress. She was doing her 1 to 5 reach outs. She hadn't done on the client yet. She made an offer. She asked somebody to become a client, made an actual, hey, this is the fee. Do you want to hire me? And she's waiting to hear back. But here's the beauty. She's not stuck anymore. I got another client. He wants to invest in cryptocurrency, and he has a whole strategy on how he wants to do it. And he comes to the call me and goes, Eric, I'm stuck. And he was paralyzed by fear of actually putting his money into the investment. And I said, well, what would be a small amount of money you'd be comfortable putting in where there's no fear? And he goes, Eric, $2,000. I said, okay, so if we set up your crypto account and you can do your thing at $2,000, you're telling me you have no fear. He goes, nope. I go, okay, so there's your assignment. Between now and our next call, I want you to set up the account, and I want you to fund it with $2,000, and I want you to get started. So then we had our check-in call this week, and he goes, Eric, I haven't got started yet, but I got all the things ready, and I got the account set up, and I got the money in there, and there was like one little piece he's still waiting on to execute that he's got to work through. But here's the beauty. He's not stuck anymore. He's not stuck. I got him into action. Well, he got himself into action. But how did I get both these people into action? As I said, look, let's just find a small step that you're comfortable with. So if you're having a hard time getting your fitness thing going, how about you walk 1,000 steps and you track it on your phone, and you just do that today. And all of a sudden you're in progress. Okay. I want to tell you guys another story. And this gentleman, he's on the call right now. And I've told this story before, but the story is just, it's so good. It's such a good story to create a breakthrough in your selling. And so we're on this coaching call. And what we co-created on the call was that he was going to sell $25 million in real estate from January 1st of this year. So all of his sales year to date to the rest of this year to all of next year. So we co-created in August a 24-month goal, and we were going to basically grandfather in all the revenue he's already done this year so far. So he's got however much this far this year, the rest of this year and next year, and then the number is 25 million. And what I told him is I said, I want you to concentrate on that number. I want you just to focus on that number, and you just put that right into the subconscious mind. 25 million, 25 million. I'm producing 25 million. I'm going to do 25 million. It's 25 million. And so he did that. And he's just locked in now. He's locked in on a goal that inspires him. And he told me that recently he got to share his goal. He was asked to be a guest speaker, and he was telling people about his goal. And he was so excited about his goal. And he was basically teaching the people that he was talking to this goal that we had co-created on this coaching call. So I share that with you for you to pick a goal. It could be a weight loss goal. It could be a net worth goal. It could be a number of clients goal. It could be a revenue goal. But the key to what I'm teaching you, it's one goal. You could have a bunch, but one. You concentrate on one goal. I did this a couple of years ago with 550 motivational sales trainings in a year. And I was trying to get in the Guinness Book of World Records for most sales trainings ever done in 1 year. And I focused, just like this client's focusing on 25 million, I focused on 550. And I hit it. And I like was on top of that goal every day. And I tracked it almost every day. And I was on top of it. One goal that inspired me. That could change your life right now. I'm talking, you can have a bunch of goals. I got my goals right here. I got all kinds of goals. Goal, I got 50 different goals right here. Stuff I've written down, all kinds of goals. But I'm talking about fixating on one. Pick one goal. And then my last idea is I declared a price increase yesterday in my coaching practice. And I want to share this with you to inspire you to think about you reaching your next level. Because what we're going to do is we're going to stay consistent with our self-image. Your self-image is what you see when you look in the mirror. Your self-image is what you see when you look in the mirror. So for years, I've charged $5,000 for 1 year of coaching with me. Coach with me for a year, it's $5,000. And I've done a couple $1 million in revenue off that model. It's my comfort zone. Do it all day long. So I've been working on myself, and I've been working on my self-image, and I've been working on my worth, and what do I bring to the marketplace? And I said, I bring more than $5,000. It's like, okay, well, why am I charging $5,000 then? Because that's how I've always done it. So I'm like, all right, what is it that I want to charge in the marketplace? And so I declared it yesterday. You're the second group that I'm sharing it with. My new rate is $25,000 for 1 year of coaching with me. And my corporate rate, if a company wants to hire me to train their sales team, I'll work with their sales team and their leadership. I'm not going to be a sales manager. You're going to have a sales manager, but I'll come alongside your sales manager and I'll coach your entire team for $50,000. So I just declared this yesterday. I've charged $25,000 for one-on-one coaching. I'm charging $50,000 to work with a sales team for a year. That is out of that new decision, that stepping into that next space. It's out of a shift in my self-image, which comes from loving myself and confidence. So I just want to plant that seed for you, that a key to confidence is loving yourself. And I want you to give some thought. Are you in a space of your life where you're ready to either increase your prices or go after bigger accounts, more successful people? If you're a financial advisor, you could go after a client who has a net worth under $1 million, or you go after a client with a net worth of $1 million to $5 million, or $5 million plus. So let's say you're a financial advisor and you've been working with clients under $1 million. And then you just decide, I'm going to focus on clients 5 million and up. And you just make that decision and you create total transformation in your business out of that decision. You decide to let go of the smaller accounts and you're going to go after the larger accounts. Or you're going to go after larger real estate transactions or bigger loan amounts. So I want you to think about that, because that is the path I'm on yesterday and today and moving forward. Is I just said, you know what, Eric, you're worth it. You create that value, and there are people that need that level of coaching that will happily pay your price. So I'm sharing that with you to get you to think about that style of thinking, because that could be the most important message I've ever shared with you. Because maybe there's somebody on the call right now and you're going, you know what? I am going to go after those. Instead of under $1 million deals, I'm going to go after $2 or $3 million deals, or I'm going to go after this, or I'm going to focus on a higher commission, and then everything changes. So that's going to wrap our call today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.